rain is absolutely relentless here at Spa-Francorchamps. Drivers are saying it's simply too dangerous to continue. Visibility is virtually non-existent. And even from this commentary box, you can see just how treacherous these conditions have become. Yet the FIA are under enormous pressure to keep this weekend alive. With only 12 races on this year's calendar, a cancellation would leave a huge hole in the championship. But the question isn't whether they can race, it's whether they should.
Yeah, guys, I don't see how we are going to push in these conditions. Absolutely worst.
The drivers don't want to go out there, the teams are worried, we're concerned from up here.
There's too much standing water. The cars are complaining everywhere.
But the FIA know that cancelling this session could have massive consequences for a championship with just 12 races.
There's so much spray. I'm just guessing where the track is. I mean, are we waiting for a crash before we stop? Very smart decision sending us out in this.
Somewhere, a decision has to be made, and it may well be the most important one of the season.
Hey, what's up guys, this is Racing David and welcome to a rain-soaked Belgian GP qualifying, where it was raining so hard that the qualifying could not even take place. We went out on wet tires, but the situation was so bad they had to cancel and red flag the qualifyings actually. And we came out with only 5 minutes remaining on the clock, and as we start our lap we only have one remaining lap time to go. But with these conditions, even the intermediates are not properly gripping. You can see I am struggling to keep the car on the track, and that is the condition with everyone other than the AI. Of course, they have been perfect with their throttle input and brakes, but I cannot keep the tires on the track at all. There was so less grip, and that's why probably I just gave up in the middle of the lap. Using this rain, Mrs. Raven has a chance of qualifying very high. As we come into the bus stop chicane, no grip at all, and see, look at that. The car does not even want to be on the track. The conditions are so treacherous. Coming to the line, of course it is gonna be a very slow lap as we end the qualifying lap, almost 5 seconds slower than the people, and at the end we just retired the car. And see where everyone finishes. Mrs. Raven finishes P7, so that's a great run from her. And there are yellow flags coming every sector, every now and then. So let's go to the race. As we have gone for the soft tires, because I know there is going to be red flags at the start of the race. As we go on to 5 red lights and it lights out, and away we go. I completely go to the inside with a perfect race start, and all these AI cars slowing each other down. This is a problem with Monoposto AI. We dive it to the inside. There are yellow flags and someone taps us on the back, and yellow flags are gone. But we are up to P13, so that has been a great race start. As we look ahead up to Air Rouge, there are people who are using their battery, and oh my god, this has to be a red flag. The two, Alonso and whoever that was, just crashed in Air Rouge up Radion, and that's why there is a red flag. I told you, when we are P11, and so that gives us a very good race start actually, if the race continues. And I thought one red flag was enough, and then there is not going to be any more red flags. So I chose the hard tires as we go on to 5 red flags for the second time, and it's lights out and away we go. We get a better start side by side with the Haas, and down towards turn 1 we could not get any position but to dive it on to turn 1. There are 3 wide actually. There are 2 Haas's beside me, and there is contact with the V-Carb and the Haas and the Williams of Carlos Sainz. All of them overtake me up towards down towards Air Rouge, up Radion, and as we go on to Radion, the Arbit Lindblad just crashes into us, and there is a big crash behind us. Another red flag on lap 1. That was a huge crash. There were cars flying everywhere with that crash with Arbit Lindblad. As it has been 2 red flags on lap 1 as we go on to the 5 red lights for the 3rd time on a single race weekend. I don't know how many times this has happened. As we go on to 5 red lights and it's lights out and away we go again. The Haas in front of us has a bad start. We have a beautiful start unlike last time, and we dive it in the that was just my fault. That was just my fault. I was on the soft tires. I underestimated my opponents. Actually, they braked very earlier than I thought. That was just my fault. I will take the 5-second time penalty. It was just my fault. I was just too eager to get on with the race start and to be on the front. The pressure was on as we finally have a good lap 1. We are on the soft tire, so we will have to make most of it, because no way there is going to be a hard tire till the end stint, because the tire wear is very high on this track. Even though there are only 15 laps, maybe a 2-stop is possible here, as there is fighting going on between the 2 cars ahead of Verstappen and Norris. Can we sneak on a move between them? Can we do a through goes Hamilton move? No, but Norris goes on to the inside of Verstappen as they go through Puon, but Norris cannot make that overtake. He keeps the position. They are still fighting with each other, and I dive it, but I think the better of it, because the move is coming as they encounter traffic from ahead. Norris brakes very early, and I dive it on the inside and makes a move from a city behind to make the move on Verstappen, and he taps us into the wall. What? And there is no penalty for him. What are we doing here, FIA? What are we doing here? He just taps us into the wall, and there is no penalty for it. What? Oh man, that was not needed, and we maybe have front wing damage now, as we see Hajar making a move, trying to make a move on the inside in that Visa Cash app sugar-free Red Bull car, white car, beautiful car indeed, as we are P10. So after all this drama on lap 1, 2 red flags on lap 1, we are P10, and we are not even into half part of the race. We have used half of our tire allocations with all these red flags and all. So that is crazy, and we will have to see what happens, as there is yellow flags once again, and there is a safety car on lap 2. Can we have a single lap of racing action without all these safety cars and red flags? My god. But that is going to be a very good thing for us. We can come into the pits, serve our 5-second time penalty, go into the hard tires or the medium tires, because no way the hard tires are gonna last. So I thought, let's just go for the medium tires and serve our time penalty. So we will be back to square one, because we will be coming out last. Although last does not mean P22, there are so many DNFs. Just look at that. Up to P18, there has been DNFs up to P18. As we go on to lap 5, the safety car is still out, and I don't know what there was happening with the FIA, and suddenly they just red flagged it. They just red flagged the race after I made the pit stop. Although that was good thing, I served the 5-second time penalty in the meantime. But that was kinda crazy, as we go on to 5 red lights once again, and I tried to make a move on the inside. Look at how close this is, and just on the back of that Haas, and I come into the racing line now. Again contact with the Visa Cash app RB, going towards Rouge up Radion. Not using the battery right now, because that is going to help us up the Camel Straight, and oh no, I have it, and there is a big crash. There is another big crash. I have crashed, and I have collected the people behind me, as we see Williams just staying there, and that is going to be a retirement for us. That is race over. That is just race over for us, as we see George Russell on P1, Kimi Antonelli P2, Piastri P3, and Mrs. Revd P4. So that is at least a good thing for our team. At least he scores 12 points. I score none. So the Haas might just be overtaking us in the championships, as we see the championship standings here. Bearman is 41 points and I am 37 points, so 4 points behind Bearman. And so that's it for today's video, guys. I hope you guys all enjoyed it. If you did, like the video, subscribe to the channel for more Overdrive videos and all other types of content, and I'll see you guys in the next one.